has DNA that is actually more complex than the human genome. It's, I believe, 500 times more complex for pairs than the human genome. And that's the smallest of all life requires the greatest of beliefs for scientists, to accept that, where only the logical explanation is there is an intelligent design. But scientists cling to their theories in an attempt to not admitting to a God. And I believe that's really it. They don't want to accept that there's an intelligent being, that there is no such thing as a creator. But as science expands and searches the mysteries of the earth, they explore the universe and all the complexities that they learn from all the satellites and deep space telescopes that they have. I think they're putting out a new one now that's even more powerful. But as they study this, they only discover that life is even more complex, more balanced for it to have occurred. It only goes to show that the only explanation that we have is that there is an intelligent creator. And I don't think anyone's going to disagree with what I've stated so far. You may disagree with what I'm going to go into, but that's okay. Let's go through Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, starting in verse 1, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. We're all in agreement with that. We are all in agreement that God, an intelligent being, created everything. Without him, nothing would exist. And then we go through the specifics. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters that were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place. Let the dry land appear," and it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, and herb-yielding seed, and the fruit-yielding tree, fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth," and it was so. And we're familiar, we can continue, but it just takes more time. But we're familiar with the events of the creation as presented. In the beginning, we're all in agreement, was God. God has no beginning. God has no ending. He's eternal from one way to the other. And the only form of life that can say that. Everything else had a beginning, except for God. In the beginning was God, and everyone is in agreement with that, except for scientists today. We know that God is eternal with no beginning or ending. We know that the creation, as we have tracing back genealogy, which is presented through the scriptures, is approximately 6,000 years from ago the events occurred. Those who believe in the Bible, I think we're all in agreement that the modern age that we have for the earth is about 6,000 years as represented in the genealogies presented through Scripture. I don't think there's any doubt about that.